Hello, 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 all of my wonderful, beautiful Libras of the universe. How are you? It is your girl, Ascension 225, Tarot and Oracle, and I am here to do your reading for the next 10 or so days, okay? So now until the middle of April, all right? So Libra, our equalizer of the zodiac, I hope you're doing well, abundantly blessed, and just happy just because you woke up this morning and you are in full control of your faculties. That's something to be grateful for, and that is a blessing among many, right? So our equalizers out there, the ones who keep everything in balance, everything and everyone in balance in the zodiac. I absolutely love that. About you guys. We need somebody to keep us straight, right, Libra? Right. All right, so there's a lot going on above our heads. So Libra, if you want to know more about what's happening as far as the planets, there's a lot of Piscean energy happening right now, along with Uranus, Mars, Saturn. Everybody's in the mix here. And it's causing quite a stir up above our heads. As you can see, about what's happening in the world and all the chaos and all the crazy frenetic energy. Yeah. So in the description box, I've got my favorite astrologers that can really break it down for you, especially Jimmy the Tarot Ship and Joni Petrie and a few others that are really, really stormy. Grace. They're all wonderful astrologers. Deborah Bernstein, I think that's her last name, but all great astrologers in their own right. So check them out. They really break it down and really explain to you what's happening in the world. I mean, what's happening in the energy, the planets, the transitions of the planets, and how it affects us, okay? And also, numerology plays a big part of this whole divination or esoteric type of arts. Used to be called the occult. Probably some people who still refer to it as the occult, but it's esoteric arts. And so we just want to find out, integrate everything together so it helps you understand what's happening in the world and what's happening with you. You know what I mean? Okay, so I've got astrologers, I've got numerologists listed, and I think that's about it. So you can learn more, and also the free link for you to get your free birth natal chart. Again, with all this, the numerology and the astrology, it's also helpful to know what's in your birth natal chart. So I really believe it helps you understand all the different facets and different parts of yourself when you know your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and all that other stuff, okay? All right, so Libra, I've babbled on enough. Do your girl a favor. Find a nice spot where you can relax, relate, so that enables you to receive messages that are for you. If it doesn't resonate, leave it on the table. It's a general reading. Leave it for somebody else to pick up and run with it, okay? If it does resonate, just stick those little nuggets somewhere so that you can marinate on them later. Alrighty? If you do need a private reading, look down in the description box. There are a few ways where you can book me. You can also inbox me directly at ascension225tarot@gmail.com, and we can go ahead and make it happen. Give me at least 24 to 48 hours to respond, okay? All right. Okay. So, I think that's all the housekeeping. Well, before we get started with all these juicy nuggets down here, Libra, do your girl a solid. Show me some justice and some balance by hitting that like, that share, and that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. It helps the algorithm and the channel grow. And it's like ringing my doorbell and saying, hey, Tracy, I'm here. I'm here to receive. And it's reciprocal energy. So I really do appreciate it very, very much. Like, share, and subscribe. All right. So Libra, what is going on with you? First of all, listen. I don't know what's going on in your energy. I've been meditating on your energy and have already pre-pulled some oracle messages just to save time, okay? So I don't know what's going on in your energy. I feel a sense of loss, and I'm not sure why. All right, and this card right here, after I pre-shuffled, you know, a few of these oracle cards here, what I noticed on the table was this card right here. I don't even remember where this card came from. All right, but when all was said and done, I looked down and there it was. And the card says regret. Are you regretting something, Libra? Are you feeling bad or sorry, regretful, remorseful? Or is this somebody in your energy? Now, this is called the Confessions of a Soulmate deck. Is it a soulmate that you may be feeling this way about? This person's crying. I don't feel that anything is an accident. So it says, I am so ashamed and embarrassed. I can't bear to look you in the eyes and tell you everything. Damn, Libra, what's going on? All right, so we're going to set this aside. We may have to circle back depending on what's happening here. Okay? All right. So where are we going to start? We're going to start with the oracles, and then I pulled a few Kippers for you, and then we'll get into the tarot. All right, Libras. So buckle up, Buttercup. All right. Okay. So what is some of the tea? I asked Spirit, what's some of the tea happening with the Libra collective now and until the middle of the month, which is about 11 days or so. Okay, so we've got Ram. It is Aries season now. Okay, it is Aries season. So, and in all actuality, the other half of you, Libra, is or the polar opposite sign of you is Aries. So you're part Aries and part Libra, pretty much, right? So this could be reflecting the Aries side of you, or perhaps you have an Aries in your life. Somebody who's stubborn, aggressive. Arrow, you're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life, which is a good thing. So keep going in that direction. Gavel, there could be some involvement with the law, Libra. Maybe you got served, or there's some sort of court case against you. I've got Tiger, doing something risky. Oh, maybe that's why you have this involvement with the law, because maybe you did something risky, you took a chance, and could have gotten caught, could have gotten... Yeah. I've got Diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Perhaps you're giving somebody a diamond, or you're getting a diamond. Maybe, is this an engagement, Libra? What going on? What going on? And then lastly, I've got Teapot. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Okay. So, let's see. Interesting. All right. The second T deck. What's in the second T deck, Holy Spirit? I've got, yeah, you know, there's all kinds of legal cards that are popping up here, Libra. This actually came in reverse. But since these there's a deck of like 300 or 400 cards all mixed together, and they're not all right side up, so I turn them right side up when they come out. But this came out in the reverse. Could this be that you're being released from this legal situation, released from jail, released from prison? Or is it that feeling of I don't feel confined anymore? Maybe this is confinement in your own mind, your own body. Trapped, closed in. Okay? I feel that you're having some self-actualizations. Could be this period of time when you could have been really imprisoned or locked up. This could have also been you just deciding to lock yourself away for a little bit so you can do some thinking about what this situation is, and had some self-actualizations, some epiphanies, some eye-opening moments or thoughts. Ooh, somebody might be cock-blocking. What's this all about? Somebody cock-blocking, Libra. What the deal? Dishonesty. Somebody very dishonest. It says, by lying, I ripped us apart. 11:11 on the timer. Look that up. That normally refers to soulmates. Like twin flame type soulmate. But somebody may have been dishonest here. Somebody was cock blocking. What's going on? But there's an illumination happening here. There's an illumination happening here because someone's having self-actualizations, realizations, seeing things clearer than probably they've ever seen before. Yeah. Libra, doing a glow up. Could be going towards this glow up and turning your back and walking away from something. This kind of feels like an 8 of Cups type of situation. You know what I mean? Walking away from what no longer serves you in order to grow as a spiritual being. Ooh, love it. And this, here's another one of these cards that did not belong when I was shuffling this very large deck that I've got all types of cards in. This is also Confessions of a Soulmate, and you're on a mission. You're on a mission. You are on a mission. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You are on this mission, okay? Because you are illuminating, you're glowing up, you are seeing things clearly. We're starting to. Whoa. All right. Okay, so let's put those cards aside. What's going on here, Spirit, with Libra? All right, what would the all-knowing masters, your spirit team, which encompasses angels, spirit guides, your ancestors, what words of advice or guidance would they like to give Libra during this time period? Now, I can say now until the middle of the month, but some of this shit could already be happening right now, or could have already happened. Okay, I don't control the messages that come out. I can ask for something specific, but Spirit's going to give Libra the messages that need to be heard. All right, so this is from your spirit team. I've got the sovereignty of magic. And you know that word sovereign or sovereignty has been coming up lately for me. It's like a synchronicity for me. I've been seeing it for like the last 6 months, and it really means a lot to me. It just reminds me to really go deeper, dig deeper about who I am and what I'm all about. You know, so this self-actualization type of thing and this glowing up and growing up spiritually is real. You know what I mean? I am becoming my own sovereign being because I'm doing the work. It says synchronicities, miracles, spiritual forces working with you, Libra. Working in tandem. It's a collaboration anyway. Epiphanies. Epiphanies, seeing at dawn. Yeah, you're having epiphanies, and I showed you in the cards, you are seeing things so much clearer than you've ever seen before. Look at this. Light bulb moments, epiphanies, yes. And there you go. And there you go. Having aha moments, awakenings, new directions, potential, realizing your potential. Okay. And lastly, and this card is in the crossing, which means it's very strong energy, Libra. It says, this and that are true. This and that are true. And it says open-mindedness, perspective, nuance, and complexity. Just remaining open and being flexible. Be life in, and life is full of complexities and so many ups as well as downs, you know, so many different nuances. This and that are true, right? Yeah, I love that. Love it. Okay. What else, Spirit? Alright, so we're going to save this card for last, your universal message. And we're going to get into the Kipper and then the tarot for you, Libra. Okay? So the first card that came out in the Kipper deck is poverty in the crossing. Poverty. Could you have lost some money because of this legal situation that we've been talking about? Maybe paycheck garnered or garnished, or chose to do something risky and lost it all. Somebody's in poverty, all right, money wise, but poverty could also be spiritual wise. All right, mind, body, and spirit, you could be in poverty. You know, lack mentality, that's poverty. And then we have despair. Look at this person. Above him it says, not hiring. And this card adds to a 5, which is about change, which can be a bumpy ride. All right, and reduces to a 1. New direction, new beginnings, a new start. Maybe this person is forced to have a new start, whether they're ready or not. This has somebody in a state of despair. And maybe that's where this poverty is coming from. It could be a physical loss of money, a paycheck, you know, or a lack mentality because someone might have lost their job and is in a state of despair, and which could create some bad health here, mind, body, or spirit, you know. Hopefully not, you know, not enough to end you in a hospital and have a nurse looking over you. So just make sure you take good care of yourself. I know that you are the equalizer and the balancer of the zodiac, but you also need to do that for yourself. And I feel like this adjudication, you going to court, having to appear before a judge, could be really taking the wind out of your sails. And this, you know, somebody taking you to court, this could also be a divorce. This could also be a divorce. And that could have you losing money, or, you know, in a state of poverty or sadness and despair because of this legal situation. Okay? All right. So let's get into the tarot. I have got two major arcanas here for you. I've got Strength in the Crossing. This is a reminder for you to dig deep and get that intestinal fortitude. All right, strength is needed. Strength is needed. Okay. So we're gonna, that is a firm reminder to ask for the strength that you may need during this time period. And I've got the Hangman in reverse. This, maybe there were some missed opportunities, or maybe you see, if this is a divorce or whatever this is, you see this possibly as a missed opportunity. Unable to let go of whatever this is. Not ready to let go. Not seeing things from a higher perspective or a new perspective. We saw another card that mentioned seeing things from a different perspective. Okay? But this is the lack thereof. Okay. Interesting. Alright, well, where's the tarot deck? Here we are. What is going on, Spirit, with our Libras? What's happening with our Libras, Holy Spirit? Now and until the middle of April. What's happening with our Libras? Please and thank you. Now and until the middle of... Let's clarify these Kipper, shall we? Let's clarify these Kippers. Alright, so let's go ahead and cut. Alright, Holy Spirit. Okay, so what is in the energy that we don't see or Libra doesn't see? I've got Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy. The Scorpio energy is October time frame, late October through November 22nd. And the Scorpio energy encompasses Tower moments, also death and rebirth. Okay? Yeah. So it says intuitive, loyal, and protective. Those are the positive attributes of a Scorpio. And the negatives are jealousy, being abrasive, and very secretive. That is the shadow side of Scorpio. So maybe something will happen in Scorpio season, or happened in Scorpio season. Maybe there's a Scorpio involved here. Okay. So, Holy Spirit, what is this poverty? Can you clarify this poverty for Libra? Please clarify this poverty card for Libra now and until middle of the month. Oh. Okay, what do we have here? We got the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is boss lady, boss mama, boss daddy. Somebody very successful. Somebody who makes good pentacles. And these cards wanted to be in the crossing. Let's see what they are. Wow, that's a lot of them. Got the High Priestess. Tapped into intuition. Ten of Wands. Taking on too much. You know, feeling overwhelmed, overburdened. Maybe that's why somebody's in poverty, because they're feeling overburdened here. Maybe somebody's the major breadwinner here, and or the only one with a job, and comes across as this Queen of Pentacles. Somebody really needs to tap into their intuition here. Because you've taken on too much and it's overwhelming. It's time to release whatever needs to be released here. We've got a King of Swords. It's time to, well, the King of Swords could be somebody in authority, like a lawyer or a judge or something like that. The King of Swords is air energy, Aquarius energy, and the King of Swords is, making, taking decisive action, making good decisions, making judgment calls. Okay, what is this despair? Show us what this despair is for Libra. 7 of Wands. You feel like you have to defend yourself. You see this person is fighting to keep all these wands away from all these people coming towards them. Okay. So yeah, if you are having this court situation, whatever this legal situation is, then you may feel like you have to defend yourself here or stand your ground, but it's putting you into this despair type of energy. One more for despair. What is this despair in 7 of Wands for? I've got 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody did not make a wise investment. They did not make a good investment. Somebody could have, like we said earlier in the reading, somebody could have gambled, taken a risk, and lost. And then we've got Queen of Cups in the reverse. And the Queen of Cups in the reverse is somebody who may not be emotionally intelligent, may be all over the place emotionally. Someone who could be emotionally manipulative or lacking emotion. Somebody feels like they made a bad investment here in this Queen of Cups in reverse. Somebody who is not emotionally connected to themselves. So if you're not emotionally connected to yourselves, how are you going to emotionally connect with somebody else? What is this bad health for Libra? Bad health for Libra. What is this bad health for Libra? Holy Spirit, now until the middle of the month. Okay, so this... 9 of Pentacles. Wanting to be independent. Five of Pentacles, but feeling unsupported. Could have lost some money as well with this 5 of Pentacles. But mostly it's feeling unsupported by your tribe. Could be worried about money as well. Eight of Wands, needing to take action. Needing to take action here. And maybe this needing to take action because of what you've lost is putting you in this bad health type of energy here. What is this judication? Oh my gosh. What is this judication? Hold on. First card out. The Fool. Starting over. Starting over. Taking that leap of faith there. Very strong energy. It's time to either take that leap of faith, or somebody may be afraid to take that leap of faith. They're unsure. What else? 7 of Cups. Many decisions to make, many choices to make, feeling that this could be overwhelming. So use discernment in making the wise choices. You may think you're making a decision on a diamond and end up getting a snake. Okay. Okay. One more for adjudication, please. One more for adjudication. Okay. Knight of Cups. Knights are fast-moving energy. This may be an offer. You may be making an offer, or somebody may be making an offer of love and emotion here. You might have maybe you have a lot of options to choose from. You know, Knight could be like a new opportunity, a new chance at love, possibly. Yeah, and I have an Ace of Cups. New opportunity at love. You might have a lot of options once you choose to take this leap of faith after this adjudication is done and over. There's new love coming in here. Just use discernment when you make your choices. Like I said, you might think you're getting a diamond and get a snake, okay? The Ace of Cups is also a reminder that after all this feeling of despair and poverty and bad health and everything, for you to love on yourself and nurture yourself first and foremost. Make sure your heart is healed. Okay? Wow, what is going on, Libra? Ooh. Four of Wands. This could definitely be about a marriage. The Four of Wands is one of the marriage cards in the deck. So this could be about a marriage or a commitment. This could be, whatever's happening here could be affecting your safety, your security, your stability, because the fours are all about those things, and maybe disrupting a happy home or what was a happy home here. Yeah, there's this tower here. The tower gonna come crumbling down. But the lessons learned, though, you're going to be walking away from something, Libra. Walking away from something that no longer, you know, whatever you thought was built on stable ground or a stable foundation, maybe this commitment or this marriage, this storm is going to show you that that is not the case, and someone will make the choice to walk away. Whoa. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Libra, I just feel like you're on a mission to just like really grow as a person, as a spiritual being, and maybe whatever this is, you weren't seeing things clearly before, but now you see things as they really are, and it may be time to, like I said, when I started this reading, I said, buckle up, buttercup, right? Yeah. Get that intestinal fortitude, that inner strength, to let go, and release what needs to be released. Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you what was at the bottom of these major arcana. I've got the Sun card. Blessings and abundance come with the sun. The happiest card in the entire deck. And the other deck, on one end, I got the World. Completion. Something is being completed here, and brand new cycle, or brand new chapter is being started. We're in a 1 year now with 2026. So this next 10-year cycle, what is it going to look like for you, Libra? And then on the other side is the Sun. Happiness and abundance. Vibrance, fertility, all that good stuff is waiting for you. Okay? Yeah, all right. And lastly, we've got your universal message. Release old doubts and fears. You're currently undergoing changes that are necessary for your highest good. They are changes that have been long awaited, Libra. Leave the past where it belongs, in the past. Trust that everything will fall into place for you in divine timing. I love that. And it's very appropriate to this energy that we've seen. Okay? So, what lessons will come out of this? And what changes for your highest good has this situation created for you, Libra? Make sure to balance your own scales and love on your own self and nourish yourself. Alright? Alright, Libra. All the way from NATAL, thank you for joining me. I hope this resonated with someone out there in the Libra collective. I appreciate you. If you're going through a tough time right now, we're sending you positive, healing energy. Okay, Libra, we're all one tribe, and we all need to support one another. Okay, so thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Mwah. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.